And we're back in the infamous chalet. Some of you may remember, assuming you guys have memory that lasts longer than that of a squirrel, that the first VOD review ranked style video that I had recorded started on chalet. And we started on defense. Now, for all you squirrel brains that might not remember, here's something to jog your memory. Typically at the start of a map, if I'm defending first, I like to try and get a spawn peek on round 1. Not always a good idea, but sometimes it pays off like you see here. We got the early pick. It's a pretty good way to set the tone for the map and chalk whoever you kill's meant. How time flies when you're not having any semblance of fun. Sense of humor drier than cereal dust out of the way, we can now begin the breakdown. Rooney starting the round off stronger than Chris Brown's right hand, senselessly beating the barbed wire, I mean. Domestic violence aside, this isn't even how you're supposed to do the spawn peek. Like, this isn't even, like, this isn't, what are we doing? At the end of the day, I really shouldn't be complaining considering no one died from this. All she really did was unload a magazine into a rock. I don't know who gave Rooney this idea.
He could only have gotten that idea from Benjamin Netanyahu.
That'll do it. Whenever I am attacking chalet, one of, if not the first things I do is set up claymores outside of the runouts, primarily those being trench door and trophy window. Of course, a Solus or a Vigil, or really anyone with impact grenades, you know, throw an impact grenade and destroy the claymore and or the air jab. Generally speaking, I am fast enough to react to the sound cue. Remember how I said almost perfectly. There really isn't a reason for two people to be sitting on master window. One of us should have gotten off this window much sooner. However, I'm stubborn and this is my window. So because I am stubborn, I decided that I'm just going to sit on this window and I'm going to Twitch drone and get rid of some of the utility. Translation, get rid of the Solarium camera. Sledge kills off the mute and just does an excellent job getting the entry in. He's going to run into closet and then end up swinging this rotate hold to kill the thorn. This Wamai swings the sledge, kills him, swings bathroom, and ends up killing the zero. But by the time he does that, it's a 3v1, and we've taken sight. I go ahead and hold this cross. I do have diffuser. I probably should have planted. I wanted the kill. For whatever reason, it showed up on the kill feed that I killed him. It didn't count the kill for me. To summarize, I risked the entire round so that I can get a kill that didn't count for me. That's my life. That is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Now that we've made it to round 2, Miss Massa herself is going to make the head holes in the shape of a penis. Bear in mind that this is also the same Rooney that decided to unload a magazine into a rock. Never change, Rooney. Never change. So this is actually like the one round I'm going to give a somewhat in-depth explanation on. You'll see when we get there, when I start talking about it. And we're going to do basically the same setup. And she's going to do it again as in shape, but through the library window. I kind of forgot. Oh, no, she's not going to break this bad area open and jump out. That would be remarkably stupid. She did do that. This would be a completely separate video with a completely separate topic. However, she can't hit the broadside of a barn, and she wouldn't be able to hit water if she jumped out of a boat. Grim is going to set himself up for success sitting outside of library, potentially going to bottom of the blue stairs to hold any rotates. At least that's what I would do if I was Grim. Check his POV to see what he was doing. I only really care about what I'm doing because I'm a selfish son of a gun. I'm going to set my claymores up again as per usual. Only difference is I'm not going to hop on the window immediately. I'm going to go through and twitch all the cameras I possibly can. Yes, to include the basement one. Why? I guess I just wanted the extra 10 points and wanted to feel like I was doing something. A lot of people are going to disagree with me here, and that's completely fine. You're entitled to your own opinion, no matter how wrong you might be. I like to twitch away all the cameras I possibly can. That way, if we send a defender to camera duty a little bit earlier than maybe intended, they don't have an ability to give Z pings or hard pings to any of the attackers, being us, so that they can never truly get an exact location. Even if they have a general idea, it's better that they have a general idea than a Z ping or a red ping to give an exact position. No, I was just flaming a Rooney for being terrible, but why is this thorn just letting me drive through the site? That'd probably be why. She just got fried. We're 1 minute and 40 seconds into the round. We have a 1-for-1 trade. I'm finally getting onto the window. The Rooney, I would imagine, was rather attempting to hold the piano double door, more than likely also looking through the head holes into the breach that Habana was able to open up to deny a default plant, or rather to deny the ability for Habana to get into the site and plant. At this point, the glass is already broken. The barricade's gone. It's been like that for quite a while now. I'm shooting open holes just so I can get a line of sight into piano to hold off that little rat angle that people like to sit in. Denari was able to get by the skin of his teeth. Translation, I suck. This Masad herself has decided to aggro me, and now she has chosen to sunbathe. I know this Aruni's close. I don't know how close. I knew she was right up against the window, but I didn't know if she was like on the bed or maybe she was behind the bed.
Aruni's on the street ping.
I just threw that drone to kind of get her out of position, just so I know I'm good to start peeking the window. And thus begins seemingly infinite ongoing tale of people peeking windows. Not entirely sure what his plan was. How, we will never know. I'm going to keep my mouth shut for the remainder of the round. I do have a little bit of a breakdown I want to go through when this round is complete.
On the street ping. We're close to it. In closet.
It's going up main.
One piano, smoke.
One bathroom, smoke.
You got your camera. By kitchen side.
One in the side. This side.
The
So
diffuser
bathroom.
is now secured. 15 seconds left.
Go.
10 seconds remaining.
Front plant.
5
Solar
seconds
shield.
left.
Bathroom.
Bomb diffusion is protect the diffuser. Op 4 last stop standing.
Nestor. Behind bomb. Solar. Going bathroom. Bathroom.
Op
Nice.
4 eliminated.
So we're going to go ahead and break down this round now, and we're going to talk about kind of what went wrong for the defense and what went right for us. And we can talk about like, oh, they overswung or yada, yada, this, yada, yada, that. They let the Habana get through. Yeah, sure. All that's true. But there's something that's a little bit more nuanced here that I think is really, really important that you might have missed. So as you can see here, Smoke is playing bathroom door going into piano. Now, up until I kill him, Smoke is playing this position exactly as he should be. He's lobbing his smoke grenades into the default plant spot, which is where you plant 99.98% of the time. As you see here, dare I say that was a perfect throw. Freaking first round draft pick smoke player over here. Single toxic babe lasts for 15 seconds once detonated. Because Smoke carries 3 total canisters, which means that he can deny the plant for at least 45 seconds with just his smoke canisters. That is until you swing a DMR on a window. Let's play devil's advocate really quick. Hear me out. Let's say hypothetically Smoke was forced to do that. Somehow, some way, if he did not do that, he was going to die anyways, so might as well take the risk, right? Okay, fair. We consult match replay, and match replay never lies unless, you know, it's blindsided debris. Smoke is currently playing the plant denial from the bathroom door, contesting piano doubles so that people can't walk into piano. Absolutely fries this lion, right? So now he turns a 3v3 into a 2v3, has used all his toxic babes. The first one you didn't see because it was earlier in the round. And we know how the story ends. The Smoke swings out and he dies. But again, we're playing devil's advocate. Let's just say he had to. Smoke's death here really is meaningless in the scheme of things because Aruni should have the cross to deny the plant, to deny the entrance from the breach or K9 door. So let's watch Aruni's POV. So Aruni's in the right position. She's, for whatever reason, watching the window, but at the end of the day, like, you know, you could bounce between the 2 angles and, you know, you could probably catch him on the right time. What she would probably call siege timing, what I would call, why are you still looking at the window? I can't do anything. The only thing I can do is hold a cross. All you need to do is watch the door or watch the breach. Should be watching the K9 door or the desk because that smoke grenade is still active. It's not like Habana's just going to sprint through that. And because of that split second of her looking at the window, Habana was able to get through K9. So the smoke grenades didn't work. Aruni's crossfire didn't work. And Bandit's nitro gets used before anything even happens. Not only does he throw the nitro kind of the wrong spot, like, sure, Habana was close there, but like if you were trying to nitro for a plant, there's a smoke grenade there, so why waste a C4? All right, so let's just say that somehow, some way, that C4 let Bandit know that there's a smoke grenade there and that there's another smoke grenade that was about to be used there. All Bandit has to do is to run up fireplace stairs and kill Habana because it's a 2v3. I'm on the window, so kind of a 1v3 if no one swings the window.
5 seconds
Smoke,
to go.
but really it's a 0v3 because Habana has her gun down because she's got to plant the bomb. We don't have time. How did this team lose a 0v3? Why is Bandit running up Solarium stairs and not the fireplace stairs? It's a 2v3. We don't have the man count to watch fireplace stairs. Habana's got a plant. I'm on the window and have been there the entire round.
5 seconds to
So
go.
even with Smoke dying, even with Aruni messing up watching the cross, even with Bandit himself messing up the nitro, they've had four opportunities to make sure that the bomb can't get down. And you just saw it here. Because Bandit decided to not go up fireplace stairs and he chose to go up Solarium stairs, he then has to cross the window, the same window that I've been holding for 2.5 minutes. He has to walk from bathroom door into piano, crossing the window. You know, I get him. And then Aruni has to do the exact same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Ranked 2.0 champions. I'm not trying to call them bad. I'm just saying that in my view, there probably could have been a much simpler way to win that. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. After losing it 2 times in a row, 3rd time is a charm. Right? That's how that works in ranked, usually.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
All right, Aruni, you have tried. This is the 3rd spawn peak you've tried, and you've got an ACOG and a DMR. There is not a snowball's chance in hell that you mess this up. Maybe there is. I'm like 2019 Team Empire, the way I do the exact same thing over and over and over again. And you might be wondering,
Ghost, didn't you just flame them for doing that?
the difference is I'm winning, they're losing, and I haven't died yet. Team sold that round harder than a blue-haired feminist trying to sell her parents' Marxism.
I'm gonna go shock some cameras.
Actually, not a bad comparison because this team's probably sitting there thinking, like,
Oh, it'll work this time. That wasn't a real defense.
I have to dish it out to both sides. The first Chalet video, rather. Donald Trump got the Epstein joke. It's okay. I have a sense of humor. It's fine.
One in piano.
Tried to run away from that Goyo in the same manner that the left likes to
Got
run
one
from
west
personal
main.
responsibility.
One bathroom, one piano.
I almost kirked them.
I'm 3 ping. I'm 3 ping. Flash this. Try and flash this dude. Try and flash him.
Just like Louis C.K. You know, it's the same operator, different player, same plant spot. Habana's trying to get the bomb down. She does successfully. Somehow, some way, by the grace of God, we get this bomb down. It's a 4v1 on site. We kill the Smoke, who overswings a piano. Color me surprised that that dude did it again, but he was left no other option.
Op 4 eliminates the bombs protected.
You can hate that song. Like to reinforce that wall, just in case someone decides that they want to play top mezzanine. I shoot open this hatch just as like a little distraction thing, or in case someone wants to run into the basement. You get a pretty decent angle into the top mezzanine by K9, and then I'm just chilling out here. And I think this is the round. Yep, this is the last round. So this round, I decide that I'm gonna show them how to actually spawn peek. Wish me luck.
5 seconds.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I can actually count this as a spawn peek because it wasn't really, but it kind of was. So let me know in the comments what you guys think.
Swapping mags.
We are approaching the end of the video. And that means I got to give you my gratitude. If you made it this far, really, really, really do appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And then leave a comment letting me know what you liked or what you didn't like about the video. And be sure to share it with a friend. I appreciate it so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. Are they both out there?
No, just one.
Just one? Okay. Jaeger, can you hop on that? Never mind. Come on.
I'm coming back.
Window barricaded.
Câmera te vendo aqui em cima de tu.
Coming up, the waiting. Okay. Tem Calcosta?
Tem. Piano door, piano door. Main.
Op 4, last
Dead.
stop standing.
Wall is yellow ping, easy ping.
I'm gonna rotate.
Changing mags.
Breach is open.
In breach. Nice. You got
Yes.